Hello, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter called the quadratic equation. So before going into the topic, let's say something about algebraic expressions. What are algebraic expressions? These are the operation signs of any variables, maybe it be linear, quadratic, cubic, or monomial, binomial, trinomial, etc. Any polynomial. We have already studied about polynomial. Let's say an algebraic expression of 4x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So what is here about the terms? The terms here are, this is the first term you can say, and 2x is the second term, and 3 is the third term. These are separated by this operation sign. Here in this case is the plus sign, or you can say it can be modified into subtraction, multiplication, or division, whatever may be the case. But these operation signs separate any two terms. And what is about the power? Okay, what is about the power? The power here in this case is in the first term, the variable is x and it has the power of 2. And in the second case, the variable is also x, it has the power 1. And in the third case, there is no variable. So we can write x raised to the power 0 or the power is 0. So what is a quadratic equation? We can say that it is any equation which has the highest power of 2, or highest power is also known as degree. Highest power is also known as degree, which is 2. So in this case, is it a polynomial equation? Sorry, is it a quadratic equation? You can say that the highest power here is 2. So we can say yes, it is a quadratic equation. And one thing should be noted that any quadratic equation should always contain one single variable. Single variable. If it has two variables, then it cannot be considered as a quadratic equation. Okay, so now we'll see about what is the general equation of a quadratic equation. The general equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Here a, b, and c are the constants. Okay, so here now if by any case a is equal to 0, then what about the general equation? 0 into x square plus bx plus c. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So here it will be 0 plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So in this case, if it is equation 1, so just have a glance on equation 1. So can you see what is the maximum power here in this case? In equation 1, it is bx is raised to the power 1, or bx plus c is equal to 0. So what is the degree here? It is 1. So it is not considered to be a quadratic equation. Okay. So now what we can say that the general form is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and a should not be equal to 0. If a becomes 0, then it becomes a linear equation. So a linear equation of binomial linear equation, which is not a quadratic equation. So now let's see if b becomes 0. The general equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If b becomes 0, then ax square plus 0 into x plus c is equal to 0, which again is ax square plus c is equal to 0. Here in this case, what is the degree of the equation? Degree of the equation of single variable x is 2. So it is a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation. Now, if c becomes 0, if c becomes 0, then the general equation becomes ax square plus bx plus 0 is equal to 0, or ax square plus bx is equal to 0. So here in this case, just have a look about the highest power or the degree of the equation. It should be of a single variable. Yes, it is of a single variable. And what about the degree? Here it is 2. So it is, yes, it is a quadratic equation. So we have concluded that if a becomes 0, it cannot be a quadratic equation. And if b and c becomes 0, then it is also considered to be a quadratic equation. So let's see some examples, and you have to tell me that whether the following are quadratic equations or not. First, let me ask you one. 7x square plus xy minus 5y square is equal to 0. Tell me fast, or pause the video here and tell me whether this equation is a quadratic equation or not. Here in this case, we see that the highest power, what is the highest power here? Here the highest power is 2. Yes, you can see that the degree is 2. Highest power of the degree is 2. But can you see it is as a single variable? No, it is not in a single variable. It is of a two variable equation. X and Y both are involved in it. So it is not, again, not a quadratic equation. Okay. Now, determine determine whether a given equation is quadratic or not. Quadratic or not. Number one, x square minus 6x plus 4 is equal to 0. Have a look. Here, what is the highest power? 2. Is there any other variable involved in it? No. Is it in the form of ax square plus bx plus c? Yes. So it is quadratic equation.